Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, it's happened. It's actually happened. You know, it was going to happen eventually. I kept on saying it was going to happen. What went from a conspiracy theory is now actually happening before our eyes. They're not hiding it. They're going to make it law to get a digital ID. Let's listen to this.
Breaking news now. Digital ID will be made law for all adults in an effort to tackle small boats. Downing Street believes that a mandatory ID card system will help stop illegal immigrants working. Let's bring in our political correspondent, Mari Aurora. Mari, what more do we know about this?
Yeah, well, Gareth, this is interesting because this is something that has been spoken about a lot.
It is interesting, isn't it? What kind of reasoning is that? So we created the problem by infesting the country with these boat bastards and legal migrants as well. And now to try and solve the solution, which won't actually solve shit because people that are illegal, they're not going to hold up their ID, are they? They're not going to follow those rules. But we're going to pretend that it will work in order to sell the solution. We create the problem and sell you the solution. But the solution is a digital slave collar. Didn't mention that part, did you? Anyway, let's continue with this.
Tony Blair, for instance, has been talking about this for years and years as what he always believed was one of the best ways to try and reduce illegal immigration and the ability for people to work illegally here in the UK. But Sky News understands that we will have an announcement, could be as soon as tomorrow, from the Prime Minister on these mandatory ID cards, an ID card system, the Brit card.
Oh, vocal fry so gross. Women, come on. Like, stop it. Why do you have to do it? It's not very attractive.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up.
And essentially what this will mean, it will be mandatory for all adults here in the UK. It will make it easier for employers and for landlords to make sure that those they are employing or renting or to actually have the right legal immigration status here in the UK. They can do it using a smartphone app. It's also
because landlords are the most honest people in the world, especially foreign landlords that would definitely not cheat the system. I mean, that's ridiculous.
So, according to the government, going to make it easier for people here in the UK to essentially prove their status or their ability to kind of qualify to be able to work here in the UK.
Okay, well, it all sounds amazing. Are there any bad sides to this?
Stop that.
And essentially, this is all about immigration. This is all about trying to tackle small boats crossings. We've had a lot of conversation about small boats and about other European countries, especially the French, who have been concerned with the kind of pull factors here in the UK in terms of being able to work in the black market, being able to work illegally here in the UK. We already know that France has an ID card system. They've had it for many, many years.
Who the fuck cares about France? France can go fuck itself. We're Britain, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales. We're not French. By the way, the French don't have a particularly good system. You know, look how many riots they constantly have. I don't think they're too happy over there. Let's not copy it.
And it's something that the UK has always resisted, partly because of questions around.
We're sensible, we have a brain, we understand what it means, that it will be the end of freedom. Hey, you know, for a bit of convenience, do you want to, sell yourself into slavery?
And civil liberties and freedoms, but also because many governments in previous times said they didn't think it was the best approach. Now, clearly, Keir Starmer has been persuaded of the benefits of a digital ID card system.
A socialist communist is persuaded on the benefits of a digital slave collar. One that will control your bank account, will track you literally everywhere you go, will limit you from going on public transport or buying certain kinds of food or going in pesky little no-go zones like the city centre because you might have ate too much beef that month.
Why has town planning become 2023's hottest conspiracy? The 15-minute city idea is really simple. It is an urban planning concept which calls for neighbourhoods to be designed so that everything you need in your daily life is no more than 15 minutes walk away. It is meant to discourage car use and encourage using local public transport and local businesses. But that is not how protesters see it.
This is the start of our freedoms being taken away.
Following on from conspiracy movements built during COVID lockdowns, many people are accusing the concept as being
deeply illiberal, un-British,
international socialist concept.
You will only have 15 minutes of freedom.
These movements claim that the aim of governments pushing 15-minute cities is to keep people confined to their homes, only allowed to leave a number of times a year. In February, thousands of protesters and conspiracy theorists gathered in central Oxford to protest plans to restrict traffic as part of the city's own 15-minute plan.
People are going to be totally controlled by the elite.
There are legitimate concerns about 15-minute cities, such as how they might displace less rich residents or how they might localise traffic in certain areas. But that is different than seeing it as an example of tyranny.
Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, that's so surprising for a socialist communist to like that.
And has been persuaded that this might have a significant impact on small boats crossings. The question really, and this is always going to be the million-dollar question, is once this comes into play and once it is enforced, how much of an impact could it have on small boats crossings? And if it has a really significant impact on...
Is that the big question that you wanted to ask? Fucking hell. I thought she was going to say, like, could it possibly be used to take away people's freedoms? No. It's will it stop some boats from crossing the channel? Yeah, that's the big question that everyone had on their lips. Thank you for addressing that one.
Small boats crossings, and it really kind of starts to eradicate that pull factor for illegal migrants coming to the UK, because I think they can essentially make money on the side illegally as a...
They do. And an ID won't change that. Why would someone that has broken into your country, is committing per capita insane levels of crime, why would they be bothered about using a digital ID? What, you think they need a bank account? You'd have to ban cash and, okay, yeah, crash the economy, kill the pound, go to DigiID, digicurrency, and then it would work. But if there's still a cash society that exists in the UK, then the illegals are going to use that and they're going to opt out of this ID system. But let's be honest, it's probably just not really for them.
Opposed to somewhere like that in France, how much of an impact does that have? And if it doesn't have a huge impact, then of course there'll be sighs of disappointment, I think, from within the Labour Party.
I don't think they'll get that far, I'll be honest, guys. Yeah, look, they were just saying, they're a bunch of lying bastards at the end of the day. I'm not being hyperbolic here. They are liars. Especially this woman here, this wet tea bag. That's not our approach. It's not in our manifesto. I mean, this is 1 year ago. 12 months ago. So she's just like openly lying. They all do. I mean, Keir Starmer lies every single day. We all see that. It's unbelievable that he's allowed to do it, but it just shows the contempt they have for the British public, because the mask has slipped and they still don't give a shit. They'll still just push ahead and lie to your face every single day. And it's like it says here, right? This has been a massive conspiracy theory for such a long time. WF have been saying since 2020 that global digital ID would be necessary to control illegal immigration, the very thing that they've been caught doing to us. President Trump mentioned this just the other day, that the UN itself has been helping facilitate the mass migration of third worlders into Europe and the UK. So it's all coming together nicely for the global elitists. Of course, we all would have a digital ID, as you cannot assume someone without it is legal. Well, they don't care. It's all about control, guys. Everyone knows this. It's super obvious. Like here, Tony Blair has been pushing for this forever. It was one of his baby brainchild ideas that he had when he was in Labour. He pushed for this constantly and has been pushing for this constantly since. It's all part of the mass migration plans as well. It was one of the stipulations in there. And this is what it's not going to solve. It's not going to solve this violent anarchic society that we've got growing like a cancer within our borders. It's not meant for them. It's meant to control us from reacting to this. Brutal. And I was just talking about this last week or a couple of days ago. And it's funny how when something happens that shocks people, they always turn to 1984. But it's been pointed out by me for quite a while now that this is just inevitable. You know, just last week I was making memes like this myself in the video. This is inevitable. It was always their plan. It was written. The Fabian Party, for Christ's sake, openly talks about this. It's in their long-term plans. So for me, it's like, it's not shocking. This was inevitable. And it's just sad. It's sad that we've got to this point where we've just voted in one of the worst people, one of the worst prime ministers this country, might be the last prime minister that this country ever sees. That's not good news. Anyway, I said it. This is it, right? Everyone, this is like the line in the sand. You cannot allow them to do this. They have no mandate for this. It's illegal, or it should be, and it's evil most of all. And I promise you that this will be your digital slave collar. This is it. This will be your freedom in a nutshell. They'll never give you anything back. Like, that's it. So you've just got to say, fuck you guys, I'm not doing it. I'll go to jail. Try and arrest every single one of us. Try and fine every single one of us. We'll just all refuse to pay the fines. Like, you're not doing it. This is the line in the sand. I'm not going any further than this. Rupert Law, I will do everything in my power to fight this, and everyone else should follow that lead. You need to do everything in your power to fight this, because they will take not just this from you, they'll take everything. All of your freedoms will be gone. They won't leave a scrap. You will own nothing and be happy. They weren't fucking joking when they said that, guys.
Not so funny now, is it? Funny man.
So I lived in China for a short time, and I know quite a lot about the system that they use to control people. And it is more or less the same system that they're rolling out in the UK, just as, I don't know, China happens to build a super embassy in London.
Overlooking the Tower of London that houses the crown jewels lies the jewel in the crown of China's political ambitions. Previously Britain's Royal Mint, now the site of Beijing's proposed super embassy.
To allow them to have a huge status symbol embassy, the biggest in Europe, in London, would represent a huge strategic victory for them.
The 20,000 square metre structure isn't merely symbolic. Including a sprawling embassy, there are plans for lodging for 200 staff, a new basement, even a tunnel connecting multiple buildings.
And that is a completely genuine case that they have totally run out of space and they need that space.
But that space is next to a telephone exchange, and it all sits atop fibre optic cables running to London's financial district, sparking fears, even in the White House, that Beijing would be able to tap into sensitive information of institutions, even Australian firms, operating in the City of London.
Coincidence? I don't know, guys. This is someone that is also experienced with the digital ID system in China, so let her tell you about the benefits and the wonders of such a system.
So the latest in this dystopian outrage that is now all of China apparently is I once again cannot buy food. A couple days ago, my uncle and my cousin helped me get a cell phone that is linked to a Chinese bank card so that I could buy anything.
Yep.
But now, apparently, it has been flagged for some reason, and I have to pass facial recognition identity verification, which is insane, because all I want to do is just spend my gift card balance on this debit card.
It's not your money, that's why. It's their money. They're just loaning it to you. Be a good girl now. Don't fuck up again. Oh, creepy, creepy, creepy.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have to open my mouth. Oh my god.
Guys, they're going to take your dignity as well. You won't even have your dignity left.
Terrifying. Well.
Failed. They humiliate you and then reject you. Fucking hell.
Of course, because it was my cousin who set this up for me. I did not pass verification. I guess it's a good thing that the Chinese app is not racist. But now I once again can't buy anything.
Wow, guys, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? That sounds so good. So good. I don't know why we've been resisting digital slavery for so long. It sounds awesome. They could just they can just shut down your entire life on a whim. That's cool. Let's definitely do that, guys. Let's not fight that. Let's not, bother Keir Starmer. Let's let him do whatever he wants. I mean, he's like, I don't know, fucking Jesus or something, right? Oh, no, wait, he's an atheist. Oh, wait. He's a Christian. No. He's a Zionist as well. He's something. He's something. I was just saying the other day to my imaginary friend, hey, Imagio, right? He goes, fuck you. So anyway, I stopped talking to him and I started talking to the other guy. And I was saying, I just can't wait for digital currencies and digital IDs and carbon credit taxes. I just can't wait to, have every facet of my life controlled by some fucking maniac. That's going to be so cool. He then beat me unconscious.